My name is Ed Lynch, and I'm the Executive Director and founder of Mychal's Learning Place. Basic overview of Mychal's Learning. It started off as an after-school program. We added an adult program, providing life skills, independent living skills, and job training for individuals with developmental disabilities such as autism and Down syndrome. And then we started adding social enterprises so we could then provide those jobs for our participants and also create that community awareness that they're capable to enable.
I actually followed Mychal's on a personal level, so I actually knew what they were doing. In this instance, Mychal's was doing a retrofit or a renovation, so they had a space that they were just adapting to their use case, which was a cafe.
Hi, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
They call and they say, hey, we have an acoustical problem. We're going to open up our space at the end of the month, and we need to create a space that has a comfortable level of sound for the employees and the patrons.
Prior to this, you couldn't have a conversation at the table. It was just too loud. I had students that couldn't even hear somebody at the counter.
In the industry, we know that if you don't put acoustics in, your space isn't going to be something that people are going to want to stay in for a long time.
Patricia, without even batting an eye, said we'd be more than happy to help.
Let's just see what we can do to get them something right away.
How can I help you guys with your cafe?
Do you hear that echo?
Yeah.
They had drywall ceilings, drywall walls, concrete floor.
All the hard surfaces, everything's bouncing off.
There was nothing soft in the space to absorb any sound.
People suggested carpets. Can't imagine having a carpet in a restaurant. You'd be cleaning it every other day.
The walls are off limits because we've got artwork on them.
So that's going to be a donor wall right there.
The light fixtures on the ceiling are there to stay, so you tell us.
Like, I don't even know where to begin. Do they come with fabric? You put one in one spot and it handles everything? How do they present? Do you have to place them strategically around?
I suggested acoustical ceiling clouds because I think it would be a little bit of elegance, nice creativity.
My biggest concern is, taking away from the look of this place.
Tricia really just kind of walked us through the process.
So what we can do is we'll render some options in there and try to show it to you guys so you could see what it would look like with a couple of these clouds hanging inside of there.
We went ahead and put a rendering together of products that they could see inside the space and make a decision.
We had a little bit of input, but when they presented this, I'm like, okay, it's a no-brainer.
Mychal's Café is actually the first time that this new SoftGrid Rosette module has been installed in the field.
All these pieces came in packages. There's like 3 different teams here.
We had an overwhelming response for volunteers to help.
There was the installation team, product development team, sales, marketing. It was a mixture of all of us.
They started taking them apart and building them out.
We grabbed a partner. Each couple had around 4 modules to assemble, put them where they belong, and help hang them eventually.
The real difficult design task is how can you design this in such a way that there is a linear order of parts that can be slotted into each other, but still have this complex, overlapping and weaving set of intersections.
Everyone's got their pieces of paper out, making sure that where it's supposed to interconnect, that it did.
It can be a little bit daunting when you start because as you're placing fins, they have a lot of open slots. Following the instructions, you start with fin number 1, insert fin number 2, and then you just sort of continuously build. The farther you get along in the assembly, the more of those open slots become occupied with other fins, so the assembly actually speeds up. And by the time you put the last piece in, there's only one possible available slot that you can put it in.
The first module took about a half hour, 45 minutes. By the time we were finishing off, they were taking about 15 minutes each.
The thing that I would always think about is how are we going to attach it to the ceiling and make sure that the 3 lines connect where they're supposed to. But there's this little thing he put on there and it just told him exactly where to drill the hole.
It's a plumb laser.
What do you think our chances are getting all 13 done?
Can we close? A lot to do.
They got all of these done, most of them in one day. So the efficiency was amazing. Once the first one went up, I knew we had made the right decision. And I got to help a little bit.
They got on the ladder and they started installing our modules with us.
Absolutely would hire Ed. He was a great help.
As long as I'm not a hindrance, I like getting involved in everything.
It was really important to me to try to push a more organic, biophilic design language. Kind of looks like a flower, but can also be a functional and a decorative architectural element.
So many customers actually do notice the modules when they come in. There's always a comment about what are those? They don't know the functionality of it until we tell them that's what the functionality is.
And that's the fun part about designing acoustical systems is they really do hide in plain sight.
I can't imagine have gone any other way with the sound dampening. They look like they're made specifically for this space. Choosing Mychal's name, her mom and I wanted a unique name. So that's why we chose to spell Mychal's name M-Y-C-H-A-L. They gave her 2 years to live. She lived 5.5. Last couple years in wheelchair, lack of fine and gross motor skills, language gone. But again, maintain that spirit and that energy that was just very loving. You know, disability is just a disability. That's not who the person is. Her name will always be mentioned. The phone will ring and it'll be Mychal's. She'll never be forgotten. Makes me want to cry.
What do you think she would say if she were here right now?
I think as parents, we want our kids to be proud of us. I think she'd feel loved and challenged and appreciated here and accepted for who she is as an individual. And I think she would tell me she's proud of me. Yeah. Yeah, she'd be proud.
Hi guys, Ed here. Follow up from this morning's post. We've completed our very first day of our grand opening of Mychal's Café, and I can tell you it was a very successful day. Everybody loved the food, wonderful energy in the room. So grateful for everyone that came out. So now I'm going to turn the sign around because from open to closed. Thanks for coming out, everybody. Appreciate the support. We'll be here on the weekend, 8 to 2. Thanks, guys. Bye. All right, now how to stop it. I don't know.